Good day everyone, and welcome to today's video where we'll be discussing the successful launch of NASA's SpaceX Crew-6 mission to the International Space Station. This is an exciting moment for the space industry, as it marks the sixth commercial crew rotation mission with SpaceX aboard the orbital laboratory. The Crew-6 mission was launched on schedule from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The mission is manned by 4 astronauts, namely Thomas Marshburn, Raja Shari, Kayla Barron, and Matthias Maurer. These experienced astronauts will spend approximately 6 months in space conducting various experiments, performing maintenance work, and participating in spacewalks. This mission is part of NASA's Commercial Crew program, which aims to establish a sustainable and cost-effective means of transportation to the International Space Station. The program is a public-private partnership between NASA and commercial spaceflight companies such as SpaceX, and has already seen several successful launches and missions. The success of this mission is a testament to the dedication and expertise of the crew members and the NASA and SpaceX teams involved. It also represents a significant milestone in the ongoing exploration and utilization of space. So let's dive in and learn more about this incredible feat. On the morning of March 2, 2023, the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying the Dragon spacecraft, Endeavour, soared into the skies above Florida's Space Coast. The launch marks the successful beginning of NASA's SpaceX Crew-6 mission to the International Space Station. The Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from Launch Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center, marking the 6th commercial crew rotation mission with SpaceX aboard the orbital laboratory. This is also the second flight of the Endeavour spacecraft, following its successful maiden voyage on the SpaceX Crew-2 mission in April 2021. The Falcon 9 rocket performed flawlessly, with the first stage successfully separating and returning to Earth for reuse. The second stage continued carrying the Dragon spacecraft towards the International Space Station, where it is set to dock approximately 24 hours after launch. The Dragon spacecraft is carrying 4 crew members: Commander Michael Hopkins, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Shannon Walker and Soichi Noguchi. This will be Hopkins' third spaceflight, Glover's second, and the third for both Walker and Noguchi. The Crew-6 mission has a planned duration of 6 months, during which the crew will conduct a variety of scientific experiments and maintenance activities aboard the space station. The success of this mission is critical for NASA's continued efforts to conduct research and exploration in space, as well as for the future of commercial spaceflight. The Crew-6 mission has brought together 4 remarkable crew members, including 2 NASA astronauts, one from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and one from Russia's Roscosmos agency. Stephen Bowen is a seasoned NASA astronaut with extensive experience in spaceflight. He has flown on 2 space shuttle missions and has conducted 6 spacewalks, totaling more than 47 hours of extravehicular activity. Joining Bowen is Warren Hoberg, also a NASA astronaut, who has a background in aeronautics and astronautics, and is also a private pilot. The mission also includes UAE astronaut Sultan Al Niyati, who will be the first Emirati astronaut to visit the International Space Station. Al Niyati is a military pilot and holds a degree in aeronautical engineering. Completing the crew is Roscosmos cosmonaut Andrei Fedyaev, who will serve as the mission's commander. Fedyaev has previously spent time aboard the International Space Station, having flown to the station in 2010 on a Soyuz spacecraft. Together, these crew members will be responsible for conducting a variety of scientific experiments and research while aboard the International Space Station. Their work will include studies of the human body, technology development, and Earth observation, among other things. The Crew-6 members of the International Space Station have a busy schedule ahead of them. The crew is set to conduct over 200 scientific experiments, which will help pave the way for future space missions. These experiments are not just limited to studying space and its effects on the human body. They will also help improve life here on Earth by studying things like plant growth, materials science, and more. The research conducted by the Crew-6 members will play a critical role in future space exploration, including missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. During the SpaceX Crew-6 mission to the International Space Station, the crew members will conduct over 200 experiments that will help prepare for future space missions, as well as improve life here on Earth. Some of the experiments include studying how particular materials burn in microgravity. This will provide important data for designing safer spacecraft and exploring new propulsion systems. Another experiment that the crew will carry out is tissue chip research on heart, brain, and cartilage functions. These experiments will help scientists better understand how the human body responds to microgravity, and could lead to the development of new treatments for diseases like osteoarthritis and Alzheimer's. Additionally, the crew will conduct an investigation that will collect microbial samples from the outside of the space station, insights into the types of microbes that can survive in space, as well as how they interact with the environment of the space station. This information could help inform future missions and the development of life support systems. Overall, the experiments that will take place during the SpaceX Crew-6 mission are a critical part of NASA's efforts to explore the cosmos and improve life here on Earth. By studying the effects of microgravity on materials, human biology, and microbial life, the crew will help advance our understanding of the universe and pave the way for future space exploration. The International Space Station, or ISS, is a joint project of several space agencies, including NASA, Roscosmos, the European Space Agency, the Canadian Space Agency, and the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. It was first launched in 1998 and has been continuously inhabited by rotating crews of astronauts and cosmonauts since then. The ISS serves as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory where experiments are conducted in various fields such as biology, physics, astronomy, meteorology, and materials science. This research helps to develop new technologies, improve life on Earth, and prepare for future space exploration missions. The ISS is also important as a platform for international cooperation in space exploration. The partnership between the different space agencies involved in its construction and operation serves as an example of how nations can work together for a common goal. It also provides a valuable opportunity for astronauts and cosmonauts from different countries to work together and learn from each other. The International Space Station is a critical platform for scientific research and technological development, and it requires regular maintenance and resupply. The successful launch of Crew-6 enables NASA to continue making full use of the space station's facilities and capabilities. Since the first crew arrived in November 2000, astronauts have continuously lived and worked on the orbiting laboratory, conducting vital research that has advanced our understanding of everything from the human body. Why to materials science to Earth's climate? With the help of missions like Crew-6, NASA can continue to maximize the use of the International Space Station and advance the frontiers of human space exploration. In conclusion, the successful launch of NASA's SpaceX Crew-6 mission marks the sixth commercial crew rotation mission with SpaceX aboard the International Space Station. The crew members, including NASA astronaut Stephen Bowen and Warren Hoburg, UAE astronaut Sultan Al-Niyati, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Andrei Fedyaev, will be conducting over 200 experiments during their mission, which will help prepare for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, as well as improve life here on Earth. Some of the experiments include studying how materials burn in microgravity, tissue chip research on heart, brain, and cartilage functions, and collecting microbial samples from the outside of the space station. The importance of the International Space Station in human space exploration cannot be overstated. It has been continuously inhabited for over 22 years, enabling NASA to maximize its use in preparing for future missions. As we continue to explore the depths of space, the role of human space exploration becomes increasingly important, and the International Space Station plays a crucial role in this endeavor.